because a lot of people butcher my name, so I just tell them to call me HB. But for me, my background, I played college football. 2013 was my freshman year. I played at Georgia State University. Then I transferred to a school in Arizona. After that, I transferred to Troy University. And then after that, I transferred to the University of West Florida. So for me, I was chasing the I was chasing the football dream. So like bouncing around from school to school, just trying to really figure out, what school was the best for me to get to the league. Like I wanted to go make to the NFL, go and make millions of bucks, go and, retire my mom, start businesses. That's the lifestyle I was chasing. 2019 or 2018, I finished up with my senior season of football. December was my last game. And like, at that point, it was just like, I knew going to the NFL, it probably wasn't going to happen. And for me, like I just came to terms with the fact that football was done with for me. So I seen World Ventures January of 2019, going into my final semester of college, really had no plan on what I was going to do after I graduated. My best friend, one of my roommates, showed me this idea, had me hop on a Zoom call at 1:00 in the morning. I seen the information and really was just open-minded at the time because I had nothing else going on. It makes sense. I'm not, wholesale versus retail, that makes sense. And then from a business standpoint, making money as a team, residual income, I didn't know anything about residual income growing up. I thought I had to own real estate, make movies, make music, to get a residual income. With this, I seen this and it made sense. But really what set it off for me was 13 days after I got started, I went to my first training event. I went to Momentum in Birmingham, Alabama. And, I got to see thousands and thousands of people from all around the world that are part of this idea, that are winning, people that were winning at a high level. I got to see people walk stage getting recognized for, making $10,000 a month, people that were in hidden ranks in the company that are making, $50,000 a month. And for me, I really just got to see that this thing is possible. And the belief, I really got to instill that belief into myself. But after that, 68 days into the business, I hit the rank of director. A year and a half into this thing now. I've been doing this since last January, so a year and a half. I'm a marketing director. As far as hitting the next rank, we're chasing that. We're pushing it right now. Pretty close as far as lineage goes. We're just waiting on the dream body to drop so we can go and get that thing cranking. Go and get that promoted. But for me, I'm just excited. This is something where during this pandemic, it's really been eye opening for myself because I got to really see a different side of not only myself, but other people that I surround myself with. I got to see, I seen people that got scared when the pandemic happened. I got to see people that got scared and kind of tucked their tail and really just accepted what was happening. And I got to see other people that made a decision and went and made things happen. We have guys on a team that, got introduced to the company during the pandemic. In their first less than 80 days in the business, when hit the rank of marketing director, and that's during a pandemic, selling travel when nobody's traveling, the world's shut down. You see what I'm saying? So I'm here to tell you guys that, listen, it's nothing more, nothing less than just you believing for one in yourself and believing in what we do. At the end of the day, the information sells itself. There's nothing specific that we're doing as a team. There's nothing specific that we're doing, as an organization that really separates ourselves from everybody else. But what we're doing is we really believe in what we got going on. We're creating new success stories, and that right there is contagious. When one wins, other people get to see that and they know that they can win as well. And it's kind of, that culture, we're kind of creating that culture of just, the winning culture, the contagious winning culture. And I kind of related this. I related us to, the University of Alabama a couple months back. I was on a Zoom training call, and, like when people join our team, I think about it like this, when people join the University of Alabama, for those football fans out there, when people join, the University of Alabama, when they get an offer from them and they go to that school, they don't go there, expecting to just have a winning season. They don't go there expecting to just, win a couple of games. They're going there they're thinking one thing and one thing only, and that's championship. You see what I'm saying? So like we're creating, I'm not going to say trying, we're creating that same culture with the team that we have going on. When people get started, it's the new norm to go and hit residual income in your first week. Like that's the language that we have. Hey, look, we're going to get your 4. When I sign somebody up, it's like, hey, let's go and get your 4 by the end of the night. We don't pay membership fees over here. That's the language that I'm instilling into the people that get started. And you got to understand, when somebody gets started, that's all they know. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, it's not that, you can't let, and I say this all the time, like you can't let your story slow somebody else down. Because for me, I hit director in 68 days, but I can't let my story go and slow somebody else down, because we got people on the team that hit director in 27 days. right? So with that, it's just like when somebody gets started, I'm really just, I'm in their ear, just letting them know, hey, look, you can go and do this. Hey, let's go and do this, right? I'm being a leader. I'm leading them because you got to understand, people when they get started, they don't know what they got. They don't know what they got in their hands. You have to show them, right? And whatever tempo that you set for them, that's what they're going to go at. So whether it's you tell them, hey, look, we can go and get your 4 by the end of this month, or we can go and get your 4 in the next couple of hours. Whatever they hear, they're going to act on. So with that, that's the reason that the squad, what we got going on right now is just winning, and everybody's just excited. It's nothing more, nothing less than just excitement. I'm excited. I wake up, I wake up and I look forward to doing this. I do this, from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, and I still do other things. So with this, I started off on a part-time basis, got started while I was still in school, still going to school, get my bachelor's degree, but did this on a part-time basis, nights and weekends. And this is a part-time gig. And I've been doing this part-time up until, about a month and a half ago, where now it's just like, I can do this full-time, and I have a residual income that covers my residual bills and then some. So now I get to really just focus on this full-time. So with this, if you're doing this and if you're just now getting started, don't think of this as a job. Don't think of this as something that you really have to devote a lot of time and energy into. The beautiful thing about this business is built on leverage, right? So it's not just you, it's based off of what we do together as a team. Okay, so you put in the work at first, you're going to put in some people, and now while you're at work or while you're doing whatever you got going on, your team is, you teach them the skill set. Other people in the organization work with your team, and you get paid in a place that you don't always have to be. So I say that to, kind of lessen the load for those who are just getting started, who think, to go and be successful with this, you have to go full time, or, try to, that this takes a whole bunch of time or energy and effort. What I'll tell you is it does take energy and effort, but you'll have the most fun doing this. I tell people all the time, like, when you get started, the number one rule is supposed to be fun. Eric G says it all the time. This business is supposed to be fun. So this gives me energy. It doesn't take energy. It gives me energy. So with that, I'll say this, and I'm going to pass it back to Tyler, and we can kind of do Q&A, but just make a decision that, figure out what you're doing this for. Figure out what you want to get out of this. For me, I want to retire my mother. For me, I have a 6-year-old little boy and a baby girl that I have to make sure, don't grow up having the same financial stress that I had growing up. You see what I'm saying? The reason I'm doing this is because I want to be elite, not only in this company, but in this industry. I want to be, I want to be like Tom Brady, but in this industry. That's what I'm shooting for. And it's not even about the money, because I know the money's going to come. It's impact over income. So it's not even about the income. It's really about, for one, the lives that we get to impact. And for two, just, I'm a competitor. So I like to set high standards. I like to set the bar high. And this is fun, so for me, like I said, that's some of the things that are the reason that why I do this. So for you, figure out why you're doing this, whether it's you want to make an extra $300 a month to pay your cell phone bill. Or if you have a $300 a month cell phone bill, you need to get a different provider. But, whether you want to get $300 a month to pay your car and your insurance or whatever it is, or whether it's to go and make $1 million a year, or whether it's just to have a free membership to go and travel, figure out why you're doing this and then set goals accordingly. Right. I think a lot of people get started and they don't ever set goals, and they don't figure out what they want to get out of this, and they never get anything out of this, and they wonder why they didn't get anything out of it. It's because you didn't ask for anything out of it. Right. For me, I plan on making $50,000 a month. I plan on making $100,000 a month. I've written it down. I've put it on my board. I'm looking at it every single day, and I know that that's what I'm shooting for. Right. So figure out what you're doing this for, and then go and set goals and go and shoot for it. Right. You gotta really break this thing down. And treat it like a business. You got to have goals, you got to have objectives. If you're out here just showing the deal and think that that's going to, go and make the big bucks, that's not really what this thing's about. You have to really treat this as if. So Tyler, I'm gonna pass it back to you, bro, and we can kind of go from there.
Yes, sir. Bro, that was fire. I know we got a lot of people on here shaking their heads, nodding their heads. HB, I know everybody appreciated that. So to start it off, I got a list of questions. I mean, this dude is a wizard to this game. And, I know he humbly said that there's nothing different that he's doing. He's just doing the system. But I know this man has a lot more in his repertoire than what we might know just naturally. So first and foremost, I would like to open it up to the group. But HV, before I do have that question, you guys just popped 2 different ranks today. I saw that. So I'm sure people are demanding your time. How are we looking on time? I know you're here to serve and all, but
we're good, bro. We're good.
Okay. So if somebody could pop off of mute here, I'll definitely open up the floor to a question. And if not, I'll shoot right off the hip.
I have two.
Perfect.
They kind of go like hand in hand, but so just because your team like is growing so fast, I kind of just want to know, like, once you get someone started, I know you kind of just said like you want to make sure they get their 4 like that night, but what's your, I guess, what does it look like once you get someone involved or when someone on your team gets involved? Like, what do you guys go through, and is it like the same every time? And then also, do you guys have a team meeting like every week, or do you guys have like nights where like you show like for your team and you're like, okay, or I guess like if someone on your team's like, hey, can you show this person right now? Do you just jump to that, or do you guys more have like a schedule for your team?
Gotcha. Good question. So to answer the first question, what was the first question?
Sorry. So like once you get someone started, like what do you like?
Gotcha.
Go through? Yeah.
Gotcha. So okay. So it looks like this. And kind of just to give you like the structure of what we do, it's a lot of one-on-ones and two-on-ones as far as Zoom goes. We don't do a lot of travel party Zooms. Like we don't do, hey, get 10 people on one Zoom call, we present. In a perfect world, that would be the best way to build a business because, it's the most efficient, but really you have to roll up your sleeves, get your hand dirty and do, one meeting at a time, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And then what you do is when you get somebody started, like for me, let's say I just signed you up. Okay, I sign you up. Let's say you just completed the application. You got your member ID number. Now I'm going to have you download the Dream Trips app. I'm going to have you get logged in. Okay, and then I'm going to just tell you to come back to the screen. I'm going to let you know, like, hey, when we get off of here, the first thing I want you to do, go play around with the app. Go and see what this thing's about, and really just sell yourself on what you just spent your money on. Really go and see what we really got going on. I promise you'll see a lot of value and you're going to get excited. So now once you get excited, I tell people, look, I want you to make a list of your top 20 people. Okay, if you had a free vacation right now, you can go anywhere in this world, okay, and you can bring as many people as you want. Who's the first 20 people that you're going to bring on vacation with you? All right, so think of that and then put those names on a piece of paper, all right, a physical list. And now one by one, once you have your list, I'm going to tell you to let me know when you've completed your list. And what you'll figure out is a lot of people get started. The reality of it is 80% of the people you put in aren't going to do anything, right? You tell them, hey, look, we can go and make $1 billion by the end of the week. All you got to do is just give me a list of 20 people, and 80% of people you put in won't give you a list. Okay, so you just have to understand that. But what happens is you tell people, hey, look, when you get started, make your list, 20 people, and now one by one, figure out a time that each person is free and have them get on a Zoom call. Okay, so I tell people, like, when you get started, your job at first is to be a great inviter. I don't want you to do anything else. Your role right now is to be a professional inviter. I'm going to work for you. I'm going to help you right now. I'm going to do your presentations. I just want you to get people in front of me. Okay, and then once they start hearing it more and more, then they'll be able to take it and explain it themselves. But make your list, figure out a time they're free, each person, and just let them know you're excited to see, excited to show them something. Let them know you want to talk to them about something. Just let them know they have to get on a Zoom call, right? So like for me, if I was inviting you, hey, what are you doing in 30 minutes, right? And you can say you're free. And if you say you're free, I got something you got to check out. I need you to hop on Zoom with me. And when they ask what Zoom is or what it is that you have to show them, you just explain to them, hey, this is a visual thing. You got to see it for it to make sense, right? Like it's too much to explain. You have to just see this. So the objective is just to get them on a Zoom call. Once you get them on a Zoom call, now you got them where you want them. All right. And then once they get them on a Zoom call, now it's just like you tell them why you're doing this. Hey, look, this is the way we could travel, make some extra money. I've been doing this for however long you've been doing it. And it's just like, look, you're one of the people I thought of. This is, and you just give a testimonial as to why you're doing it. And then you just show them the presentation. And at the end, you close them. Hey, I don't even ask people no more. Are you ready to get started? It's just like, hey, do this with me. It's $25, right? It takes 30 seconds to sign up. $25, right? So you attack it with that posture, and people are gonna follow you. But that's what I do. I just have people make their list, tell them to invite, and then just hit me whenever they're ready to start showing people. In their first 48 hours, I try to get them in motion, because the reality of it is if you don't get somebody in motion in their first 48 hours, they're probably just gonna be a member. You see what I'm saying? So that's that. And then the second one, could you ask the second question?
Well, you kind of answered it. I guess it's really refreshing to know that you don't have like a day where you have just like 100 people on a call and like 80 of them are joining. It's really refreshing to know that you're getting your hands dirty and you're doing these. Because our team does that too. Like Tyler shows for us a lot, and it's just nice to know that that's how you're doing it. But my other question was, do you guys do like team meetings, like where you guys check in and kind of bounce ideas off each other or talk about successes during the week?
Yeah, so we so every Saturday, my mentor David Helgeson, he hosts a Zoom training call every Saturday at 12 o'clock. Okay, so 12 o'clock Eastern, he hosts a Zoom training call. Now, that right there is like when we get people on, we do a product training, and then we have some top income earners that really just talk to our team and really just, give us the sauce. You see what I'm saying? So that's our main, Saturday, every Saturday. If we're not at a major training event, we do that call. But during the week, like for me, I host like impromptu calls with my team. Like let's say I sign somebody up and they go and get their 4, in their first couple hours. Well, now it's just like, hey, let's do a huddle real quick. Let's huddle up. I want to get y'all on a call real quick. I want to teach y'all some stuff. I want to show y'all like, what to do now. Or if it's like, hey, I have a team that's, been putting in work, we'll do a team call just, impromptu out the week. But there's no set schedule. The only set schedule calls that we do is like every Saturday we do our big team call, which that's something that for me, I'm looking to improve on because I want to have more of a structure, you know what I mean? Like, because it's a lot for me, it's like, and this is some things that I battle with because it's a lot of people coming in. It's like keeping track of everybody. Like I had to go buy like two big whiteboards and just fill them with names. Do you see what I'm saying? Like just trying to keep track of just so many people that are coming in. So what it is, when we get somebody started, we have them make their list, and then we just, tell them, especially for me, like I don't, some of the presentations I'm not a part of. So I'll just have the person drop me and the person they sign up into a group chat together. Right. So I can get connected with them. Right. And we do that. But as far as like team calls, just off the head, whenever we need it. And then every Saturday.
Nice. Yep.
Anybody else? And you guys can feel free to ask anything. I'm here to help. At the end of the day, I get just as much out of these calls as you do when you're listening to this, because for me, it's refreshing to know, like it's refreshing for me to teach somebody, what has helped me, because at the end of the day, I look back and I'm just like, if there's some things there's some stuff that I could have did early in the process to have even faster success, or retain, what I had going on. So ask away. If there's anything that, you're specifically dealing with right now, ask me. I might be going through the same exact thing.
Yo, I have one more, but
go ahead. You good?
No, I was sorry. I muted myself. I was like, I'm gonna let somebody else go. I'll hold on to it.
Okay, cool.
So, hey, what up, baby? Yo, I got a question that maybe a team member or somebody might have. As somebody who came in before, and if you've ever been you got the mojo right now. Everything's going the way that you want it to go. It's moving. If you're somebody that was in a position where it's kind of stalled and you're trying to get that started again, what would you do from that moment?
For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, the beautiful thing about this business is like every day you wake up, it's a new day, right? And and this is I love that you asked this, because really what it is just like, it's just mind games. You know what I mean? Like every day you wake up, all you got to do is just go show the deal. You show the deal if you show the deal to enough people, you'll go and hit the top rank in the company. It's that simple, right? But why doesn't everybody go and hit IMD? But this is the reason why, is just you have to get out of your own way. There's days that I wake up and I'm stalled. You know what I mean? I don't feel like showing the deal to anybody. Like I don't want to talk to anybody. There's times where I don't want to even see anybody. I just want to be locked away, right? But at the end of the day, I know what I have to do. You know what I mean? I know I have to go and show the deal. So if you're wanting some new energy, make a new list. Make a new list. You're just one. New blood is the lifeblood. When you sign up somebody that's excited, it's like, now it's just like, it brings you life. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's times in the business, like with me, where I'm going through it. Like I've shown the deal to 30, 40, 50 people and nobody signs up. And it's just like, damn, I'm just like, does this thing work? Am I ever going to find somebody? But then I go and find somebody that's excited, and it brings the life right back out of me. You see what I'm saying? So what you have to do is you have to go and find somebody that's going to give you life. Go put some new blood into the system. Make a new list. All right. And you have to get specific with your target. Like you have to put names on paper. I say that all the time, and I really harp on it, but it's really the small things that make the big difference. And I tell people all the time, like if you have a list in your notes in your phone or on your computer, that's cool, but make a list on paper, like something that you can see every single day, something that you can hold, and go and one by one, go and show those people. Go and use your social media. Understand this. There's, it's a scientific fact. By the time you're 21, over 1,000 people by their first name, right? So like when you think you've ran out of people to talk to, like my guy, Kalen, who just hit director, he said this today, he was like, bro, I feel like I've talked to everybody. I said, nope, you still haven't. Like there's still people that you haven't talked to. There's still people that I haven't even talked to half of my contacts. Like literally, there's still people that are in my contacts that have no idea what I do. And that's what it is. So you have to understand how many people you really actually know. But to do that, you have to get specific and put names on paper so you can see it, right? Think of categories, and this will help you as well. Like Think of categories of places or like for instance, like teachers. Think of like coaches. Think of people at the church. Think of like make categories and then go and fill out some names that are in each category and make a new list. And it'll start coming to you, right? So when you make a new list, I think that new list and you go and put some new blood into the system, that's going to get your business ignited. But at the same time, whenever your business is going slow, I don't even say slow because it's business. Business isn't going to always continuously go up. So it's all your verbiage. It's all the way that you talk to yourself. It's all your perspective. If you think it's going slow, then it's going slow. If you think that that's just how business is, then that's just how business is. And you know that you're just one sale away, one person away from really going and igniting your business. When I hit marketing director, right, I have two lines of lineage that are going good. I have two teams that are going crazy right now. And I need a third line to go and hit the next ranks, to hit RMD, NMD, and IMD, right? So I feel like I didn't have I had those lines cranking, but I know I needed to start a new team. So what I did was I made a new list, right? I made a new list and I got specific. I showed one person a deal, he got started, showed another person a deal, they got started. And now from that, I've had 2 senior reps pop in the last 3 weeks. You see what I'm saying? And they've only been in for 3 weeks. So with that, it's just like I got specific. I figured out what I needed to do. I got to get in motion. I got to go and pop a new team. I got to go and start a new team. And that needs to be your verbiage as well. It's not I need to go and sign up a new person. It's I need to go and start a new team. Because we're not looking for sales. We're not looking to go and sell the member. Like, yeah, we're obviously selling, but you got to think bigger. You got to think, I need to go and start a new team, right? For me, it's like I'm thinking like, hey, I need this person. I need to help them get a team of 1,000 people. This person, I need to help them get a team of 1,000 people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that right there is just playing tricks on your brain. But it's all your verbiage. You're not going slow. Your business isn't going slow. I don't care if you've been plateaued for a whole year. You're one person away from really going and turning this thing up. And you have to believe that, because when you believe that, then you just start having that energy. It's attractive. You're just, for me, it's just like I knew for a fact that I was going to start a new team. I wasn't stressing it. I was just showing the deal every day. I went through a period where, it's been, I went weeks without signing anybody up, but I knew it was coming. I'm one person away. So you have to believe that as well and just get to work. You have to go and show the deal.
I got one follow-up question. First of all, that was a great answer, and I'm going to mute myself after this. So I know from knowing you guys and watching you guys do, I know you guys put in a lot of people that you meet off social media. Like Brandon, I'll see you post somebody and say, hey, such and such just joined. We just met on social media. Like, what are you doing when you're reaching out to people that you don't know on social media? How is that process looking like?
For sure. Well, as far as social media, and I was going to say this earlier, as far as social media goes, it's a perfect place for you to go and utilize to get new people, right? But a lot of people use social media the wrong way. They go and post, they go and blast out there what we got going on. They go and screenshot, pictures from they screenshot the app, and they blast and just try to project to the world what we got going on. That's not what you want to do. In this business, curiosity gets you paid. The person that, they don't know what you got going on, that right there, it piques somebody's interest, and then they'll be interested in seeing what you have going on. But, the person who's posting on social media every day, like a trip to Bali for $150, like, I don't want to hear what you have going on because I already know what you got going on, right? But whenever people see you and they're just like, man, what does he got going on? That right there is, and then if I hit you up and you're wondering what I got going on, you're probably going to want to, listen. So with that, for what we're doing is just, I use Instagram a lot. I'm starting to get good at Facebook, but right now, the way that I'm recruiting on social media is just, I'll go and look at people who like my post, and I'll go and specifically DM that person. Like, hey, super random. I'm a marketing director for a VIP travel club, looking for other, other people with influence to partner up with. Came across your profile, thought I'd give you a shout. Are you interested? Are you open-minded when it comes to business? Right? So I'll say something along those lines. Now it switches up. It varies. There's nothing that you can say that's perfect that would just make everybody get on a Zoom call. So you just gotta add your own sauce to it. Right? Like you are yourself, be yourself, and just put it in the text form. Explain what you do. I do marketing for a VIP travel club, travel lifestyle club. Are you open-minded when it comes? I'm looking for other people to partner up with. Are you open-minded when it comes to business? A lot of people are open-minded right now when it comes to business. Are you open when it comes to extra income? A lot of people are open to extra money right now. You know what I mean? So it's you doing that, and I do that. I make it a part of my daily routine. I don't hang my hat on it. Like, that's not how I build most of my business. But like to kind of tie it back into what you asked earlier, when my business is going slow, right, what I'll do is I just get on social media and just go and recruit. You're a recruiter. You're looking for an ace. You're looking for somebody to, you're looking for somebody to partner up with. So go on social media and recruit. Go and dig through, dig intentionally. So a lot of people get on social media and just fall into the rabbit hole and just scrolling for hours and they're not doing anything. But if you're going to scroll for hours, go and recruit, go and look at different people's profiles and shoot out some messages. Hey, look, super random, came across your profile. I'm looking for other people to partner up with. Are you open-minded? And if they say yes, cool. If they don't, cool. There's a billion people on social media. Go and find somebody. They're going to get back to you. You just got to go and put in the work, right? Same exact way with showing the deal. You show enough people, they're going to say yes, but you have to just go and show enough people. The same way online, you message enough people will get back to you. You just have to go and put in the effort to go and message them. And that's we just fit that into our routine. Like for me, I'll wake up and I'll shoot one of my goals is to shoot out 30 messages a day, 30 new cold contact messages to keep those into my sales funnel, right? Because like I want to work in my hot and my warm market right now. The people that I know and people that know me, I want to work right there right now, but I want to keep people in the sales funnel, right? Build some rapport with some people. Just start a conversation. Hey, where are you from? Right? And chances are, whenever you ask somebody where they're from, they're going to get back to you and say, hey, what about you? Where are you from? Oh, I live in Atlanta. Cool. Are you in school? You working? What you got going on? Right? And they're probably going to ask you, and that's when you get into it. Hey, look, I'm looking for other people to partner up with. Came across your profile. Let's talk. So that's what we're doing. And get them on a Zoom call and show them a quick presentation, 10 minutes. It don't got to be a long, drawn-out presentation, 30, 45 minutes. That's the Stone Age. Nobody's doing that no more, right? Like, literally, it's 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes. It's tell me yes, tell me no, tell me fast, I got to go, right? You got to think like that and move with that intensity, because what you got to understand is you want that to duplicate. You want your people to move fast. You don't want people doing an hour-long presentation and say, look, we connect on social media, quick 10-minute presentation, are you in or you out? All right, cool, thank you. Next person. See what I'm saying? That's how you got to move. But that's all I got, Dre.
Woo! Come on, I'm gonna give you some excitement, Hiram. All right, come on, guys. I know there's a lot of people on here that got some questions. You know what? Here, I'll go HV.
Yeah, you kind of rattle some off.
All right, brother. So one of them, and I love when you talk about this. I actually popped on the call. Bro, a lot of the way that you talk, I mean, so if you could let people know, going into momentum, you talked about how you hit director fast, and then you kind of had a rank kind of interesting, deal go on. And now to see where you're at, 6-7 months later, if you could tell people about that and tailor it to also, did personal development help you with that? Did athletics? We got some athletes on here that were D1 as well. And, we got some people that are all-stars, whether it comes to being a brainiac or, just being good with, choir and music. So, I'm sure they'll be able to relate to you, but first, your story on, going into momentum, and then just, how personal development or athletics tailored to your return to greatness.
Perfect. Yeah. So actually going into this year, and what he's talking about is this January, going into 2020, my business went backwards. So I hit director in 68 days, but after that, it was a 8-month period where, things got rocky. Like for me, I built teams and they just, people quit. Put friends in and we went and built the business and they went and quit, right? So for me, like 8 months, I was battling that, and going in January of this year to start the year off, I have my numbers wrote down because it's crazy because we did a goal setting event. Like me, my mentors, Eric G, other people, we did a goal setting event, and basically, you had to write down where you're at currently and where you want to go. And I wrote out my goals. I was on my left side, I had like 71 people. I had on my right side like 65 and 71 in the binary. I had it was like 70 lineage or something like that. And I was making, at the time, I was making $230 in residual income. Like I went from, making $1,000, over $1,000 a month, my first couple of months, to making $230 in residual income. Had to go get a job. I literally had stuff to pay. So I'm like, I can't, keep building this business and just relying on it. So went and got a job, and just, at that point in January, going into momentum, I was just like, I know, I've just got to keep working on myself to become the leader, to attract the leaders, keep working on myself to become the person that I'm looking to go to sign up, becoming the best person I can be so I can attract the other people. I know that if I go and, put in the work on myself, they're going to come. Right. So I did that. I went through a period where from August to December, I'm talking about like on a strict regimen. I'm reading every day, doing personal development, audios all day. I'm not listening to radio. I'm not watching TV, just all day, every day. I'm just getting to it with personal development, reading books. Like for me, I didn't grow up enjoying reading books. I hated reading books. But, over the last year and a half, I've read, close to 30 books. And to some people, that might be like, it might not sound like a lot, but I'm telling you, for me, that's a lot. But, so in that period, I'm reading the books, I'm listening to the audios. I'm not hanging out. If you're not doing Dub V, if you're not trying to, if you're not on the same frequency as me, as far as the business, like we can't hang out. So really what I did was I went all in on myself. And going into momentum, like I said, I just told you my numbers, like 71 on the left, 68 or something on the right. After that, now, like I said, we're approaching 2,000. Like that's the goal to go and hit in the next couple of months. And the reason I say that is, and I don't say that to for one, I want to relate to everybody. Like, cause if you feel like your business is going slow, everybody goes through it. Dr. David Peach, his business, is slow sometimes. Eric G, his business goes backwards. It's a part of the business. But at the same time, for one, you have to make the commitment to be here a year from now, no matter what happens. You're going to be here. You're going to stick around. You're going to weather the storm. You're going to have ups and downs, but, just stay the course. Make the decision to be here a year from now. Go to work on yourself. Work harder on yourself than you do on your business. Because at the end of the day, the amount of people that you have in your organization right now at this current moment is a direct reflection of the amount of people that you can lead. Right. So like however many people you have in your organization at this current moment is a direct reflection of the amount of people that God is going to allow you to lead. Right. So what you have to do is you have to become a better leader. Right. Because if you want to lead more people, you have to become a better leader. And that's where working the other areas of the business. The business isn't just showing the deal. The business isn't just, doing a presentation, signing somebody up and making money. That's not the business. The business is you becoming a better person along the process. You becoming a better person along the way. Working on yourself, attracting the right type of people into your organization, helping other people, go and become better people. And that's what it's really about. So the business, there's so many different aspects to it. The social media aspect, the making the list, you have to do the back end work. You have to get organized with the people that you have in your organization. You have to get organized with the people that you want to show the deal to, get organized with the people that you want to follow up with. Right. So you have to get organized. And then, I know I'm going on a tangent as well, but with this, I'm gonna tell you, like, you just really have to get specific with what you want out of this. I wrote down my goals in January, just to tie it all back in. Like I wrote down my goals in January once my business did go backwards. And I told myself, like, I wanted to go and hit MD before April 1st. I told myself I wanted to have at least 500 left, 500 right before, April 1st. I wanted to get my residual income to X amount of dollars. I got specific with my goals and I went to work and I hit MD a little bit after April, right? Like literally a little bit right after my goal that I set. The residual income blew past that, the goal that I had set. The 500 left, 500 right, blew past that, right? So I set the goals, got specific with it, and went to work, and then it started happening. So that's what I would say. Write out some goals.
Thanks, HV. Come on, guys. I know we got some people on here. They got something. Otherwise, I will. Question. Kylie Joe, come on, girl.
Hi. So I guess you've kind of covered what you do regularly. So what are things that you do every single day to keep yourself accountable with World Ventures?
So I always make it a point to just talk to my upline. Like, so when you're feeling like, when you need that push, when you need, when you feel like you need you need to be lifted up, I talk to my upline. When you're feeling up, when you're feeling like you got the sauce and you're feeling energized, that's when you talk to your downline. You see what I'm saying? Like, so for me, like when I'm feeling like I need that extra push, every day I make it a point to call my upline. Whether it's David, Crystal, Rico, Mikhail, Dr. Peach, I just, I call somebody, just have conversations and just kind of, game plan. And then after that, I get to work. Whenever I don't feel like doing World Ventures, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just because I'm getting in my own way. I'm just in my own head. Because like I said, at the end of the day, this business is just showing the deal. It doesn't take too much work. A presentation takes 15 minutes. I mean, why don't you show the deal? So it's like, you just have to get out of your own way, right? So you just feed it into your schedule. Don't ever pressure yourself. Don't ever feel too bad. Like if you go a day without showing the deal to, I tell myself I want to show the deal to 3 people a day. If I don't show 3 people a day, I don't beat myself up. But, I just, at the end of the night, I'm just like, damn, like I didn't show 3 people. Right. So don't pressure yourself. But when you're feeling down, really just, talk to people around you who inspire you, talk to your upline, go and really just get some energy from them. That's what I got for you, Kylie Joe.
Guys, I got another one, but if I see some people next to the button. There we go.
Nah, hey, what's up, HB? By the way, go Troy, man. Go Troy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You pretty much answered my question when it came to, like, the athlete mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, and this is not necessarily a question. I mean, you can speak about it again. Do you feel like that gives you leverage? Because just having the athlete mentality, you're straightforward when it comes to things. You, like, talk to this person, they say no, on to the next.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's all a mindset, bro. And yeah, being an athlete, being that I did play football for so long, being an athlete, growing up around it, I do have a different level of mental toughness, I guess you could say, than the average person. But at the end of the day, this is what it is, right? Like with this business, it's just like, you can't, I say this all the time, like, you can't get too serious about this. Like, too many people get too serious. They get in here and they don't even set goals, but like, they get in here and they just get too serious and it doesn't work out and they just freak out and they quit, right? Being an athlete is just like, shit, every single day you got to wake up, you got to go to practice. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, even when you don't want to, you got to go to practice. Even when it's raining, you got to go to practice. Even when your muscles are sore, you got to go to practice. Even when you lost the week before you lost the game, you got to go to practice. So every day, it's just every single day, you just got to go and do it. You have to have that same mentality here. The same exact way being an athlete, it is leverage, but at the same time, think about how many people on this call who have been employees before, right? When you work a job, every single day you wake up in the morning, you throw your clothes on. Sometimes you don't eat breakfast. You just rush to work. You get to work and you clock in and you just do your job without even thinking about it, right? Because that's what you have to do. But and it's just like, you work 40 hours a week doing that, but it's just like when it comes to working on your business for yourself, it's just like you do it whenever you want to. You do it whenever you feel like it, right? And I think a big problem is a lot of people when we get started in the business think that, we're our own boss. We have that mentality. You're your own boss. You're your own boss. You hear that all the time. The problem with that is a lot of people have never been a boss before, so they don't know how a boss acts, right? But a lot of people have been great employees in the past. So instead of saying, I'm my own boss, it's like instead of being your own boss, be the best employee you can be for yourself. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, being an athlete, bro, we do have a competitive edge. I'm a competitor, like I said earlier. Like, bro, it's not even about the money. It's not even about the travel. It's really just I found a vehicle where it's like I can compete and I can go and put in work and get recognized for the work that I'm putting in. So that's what fuels me. Some people aren't fueled the same. Some people are fueled by, helping other people out. So whatever fuels you, you can get that out of this.
Woo, thank you.
Yes, sir. Big Tyler.
Anybody else? I got another one. And then what we'll do is HB, so that way we're not keeping you on here all night. We'll try and keep this open to depending on how long, our questions are required, we'll keep this to 3, more questions. If not, we'll drop it down to 2.
For sure. And then I have a friend who's on the call as well, who just asked me to go over some things. So she basically said, can you go over the residual pay breakdown tonight? Basically, just how residual works. Okay. And that's a good question because you have to learn how this business is set up. Because yes, we want to put in sales, but at the end of the day, if you don't understand like what you're working towards, it's just like, why am I putting in work? Right. So, as far as the residual goes, your first like true goal that you have with the business should be and go and hit 3-star rep. All right. 3-star rep is where you're able to start getting that check on the 15th of every month. That's the residual income, right? So when you get started in a business, yes, you get a commission when you sell a membership, but really the reason that we do this is for the residual pay, the 15th, of every month. So when you hit the level of 3-star rep, that's having at least 12 on your left, 12 on your right. All right. Once you hit that, now it doesn't matter if nothing else changes, no other sales are made, you're able to start receiving residual income on the 15th. All right. And from that point on, you get to go and build it. So if you are looking to set some goals, look at how many people you have on your left, look at how many people you need for your right, to go and hit 12-12, or, to go and hit the second level of residual income, which is 30-30. That's 30 on your left, 30 on your right. That's senior rep. You get a pay increase at senior rep. To go and hit the third level of residual, which is the highest level of residual, which is director, 90 left, 90 right. Okay. So that's some things that you can think to yourself, how many people do I need to go and hit these ranks? Now, as far as the breakdown, as far as residuals, I mean, there's a bunch of numbers and stuff I can go over. To be honest with you, I still really don't even understand the full meaning of residual income. I'm just excited and I put in sales, and that's really for me. It's just like my type of personality. I didn't even know that like how the residual works. I still to this day don't know fully how it works. I just know I get that check on the 15th and it's just growing. You see what I'm saying? Like so. But as far as setting goals, go in your back office, look at your binary tree, your left and your right. See how many people you have on your left. See how many people you have on your right. And every time you make a sale, when you sell a membership, it counts as 1.5. Okay, so you can subtract that from that number to figure out how many people you need for that left, for your left and for your right side to hit the next rank. That's what I got. That's my analytical side for the day. As you can tell, I'm not very analytical. Like it's funny because like I just started like writing out numbers and like figuring out like, okay, I need to do this and this to go and hit this next, but for the longest, it's just been, just straight, just having fun, excited, just throwing in sales, throwing people into the business.
That boy's super blue. So feeding off, oh, we got another question? Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. You can take it away.
So feeding off that, you got some people though, we're seeing the Paxton brothers, we're seeing, we were seeing some new guys that are climbing these ranks and they're doing it. I mean, Mustakeem Williams, this dude is breaking records. So, I think a question that a lot of us might wonder, do you teach passion or do some of these people kind of learn that off of you, or, do you let them know passion equals power here? I mean, how do you prepare them to be that way as they grow this business?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's like what we sell. People don't buy what we sell. People don't buy the business. People don't buy dream trips. What they really buy is like the energy that you're presenting them with. So you can't really teach passion. I'm gonna tell you this. Like what I have, the reason I'm so passionate about this is because of the reason. You got to figure out your why. You have to figure out why you're doing this to be able to find a passion, right? If you have no clue why you're doing this, it's just like you're not ever going to find passion in it. For me, I know that one day very soon I'm going to be able to retire my mother. Like I know one day very soon I'm going to be able to take my son to Bali, Indonesia to go pet the tigers. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I know that's why, that's just having that to fuel me. That's why I'm so passionate, right? So you got to figure out why you're doing it to find that passion. But with some guys, they just come in and they're hungry. People they're ready to work. And kind of going into it earlier, like a lot of people are athletes on the team that we got. It's just like they come in, they're ready to work, and they're just ready, to go and do it. So you can't teach that, but at the same time, I'm gonna tell you this: if you create a culture of that, then it becomes contagious. All right, because when people get started, they have to raise their expectations. They have to raise their performance to meet, the team's expectations, right? And you create a culture of like that, and it's just like, now that's contagious, and everybody you sign up, now you're gonna get the most out of them, right? So passion, can't really teach it, but at the same time, you create a culture of passion and just hard work and stuff like that, and it starts rubbing off.
All right, guys, we'll make room for one last question. Anybody want one last question? Not all at once, people. All right. So with that, to kind of put this to a close, my last question then will be HV. I mean, when it comes to edification, that's obviously a huge skill. So when people are starting off new, and they're edifying you to their new friends, with you inviting cold market people, as well as, you're probably reaching out to people that you haven't talked to in a long time. How are you teaching edification when people get started, especially when it comes to cold market, to get them? I mean, you're already, it's already something when you're already getting them comfortable with you to trust you and get started, but then, also lead them to have them, share with you their best one, their white hot market. So how are you teaching edification, or are you?
Yeah, I do teach edification. So the 4 things when a new person gets started, the 4 things that I really hit on is inviting, edification, active listening, and closing. So inviting, edification, active listening, and closing. And that's during the presentation, right? So your job at first is to get good at inviting. You get people in front of me, I'm gonna help you do the presentation. Now the second part is edification. And for those of you who don't know what edification is, it's literally just a fancy word for speak up, for talk up, right? So edification, like if I'm edifying Tyler, I'm just talking him up to the person that I'm presenting to, right? So, hey, this is my buddy Tyler, super, super sharp dude, been doing this, just drop some facts. and go from there. So as far as edification, what I'm teaching people is, especially the new people, is like, when you get me on a call with one of your friends, you have to explain who I am, or, you have to give them a quick background of, why I'm on the call and the success that I've had so they can take me serious. Because if you get me on a call with somebody and you don't tell them who I am, they're not going to take me serious. They're not going to take what we have going on serious. So I just tell them to talk me up and to talk the presentation up, right? And I just tell them, I give them a couple of facts about myself, graduated, have a 6-year-old little boy. Like, in edification, as far as like talking somebody up, it doesn't have to be 1,000 facts about the business. It could just be like, hey, this is Tyler. He's a super, super sharp dude, fun guy to be around. And he's a real family man. Tyler, this is so-and-so. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's edification. Edification is literally you just giving a quick intro to the person that you're showing. So as far as like the system that I'm teaching right now is just like, when you get started, you get good at getting people in front of me. You let them know who I am. During the presentation, you listen actively. You active listening, because this is what it is. The objective of the business is for you to eventually do your own presentations, right? The person who holds the clicker gets paid quicker, right? The person who's doing their own presentation is going to get paid faster than the person who's having to wait on somebody else to hop on a call with you to do your own presentation. So do the presentation, get good at doing a presentation as fast as you can. And and at that point you can control, how many people you're showing, how much money you're making. So it goes inviting, edification, get people on a call, you edify whoever, you edify the presentation. Hey, look, this is a big deal. I've been doing this and, I'm all in with this idea. You edify the presentation, edify the presenter. Hey, this is my buddy Tyler. He's going to help me out. You listen during the presentation so you can start getting good at explaining the information, and then you get good at closing your friends, right? So when you close your people, especially if you're brand new and like you have somebody helping you do a presentation, we're here to help you. We're here to do the presentation. We're here to answer all the questions. We're here to just, deliver. But at the end of the day, the people that you're showing are going to sign up with you. They're not going to sign up with Tyler. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to sign up with me. They're signing up with you. They want to know, are you all in with this, right? So at the end, when it comes to closing, you close your friends. You tell them, hey, look, I'm doing this with or without you. I want you to be a part of this. It's $25. I'm sending you the link right now. Let's get you locked in, right? That's all it is. That's literally all it is. If you can do that and teach that right there is just, it's a simple system that just start, you teach people how to invite. The invite is simple. Keep it super simple. Get them on a call. Teach people how to edify. Hey, look, this is what we got going on. This is my buddy Tyler, super, super sharp guy. Boom. You listen during the presentation. You sit back, you take notes. And at the end, you tell your friend, hey, I'm doing this. Yes or no? Are you in or are you out? That right there is literally all you have to do. And you teach that. And from there, that's what's duplicatable.
Woo! All right, guys. Well, Hiram, HB, bro, you are an absolute servant leader, G. We honestly, we're very, very grateful for this opportunity, and we will be thanking you from stage, I'm sure. I mean, we got a lot of people on here that they had no idea that we could, obviously have the level of training that we got today from you tonight. This was kind of a last minute deal for all of us. So, for you to pop on here and to give back to us, even though, we're a time zone away from you, and, do this for not only your crew, but us, and train us up, man. I mean, we'll remember you forever. So, thank you very much for popping on here, and I'll get this recording to you. I'll make sure that I pop it down. I'll try and put it on the YouTube channel. And then Hiram, I'll try and message it to you online. All right.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody on here as well. Let's go and get it.
Thank you.
Let's go and run it up.
Everybody pop up music. Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you.
So look, now the best way to thank me, let's go and let's meet me on stage. Let's go and do this thing, right? Let's go and take over. It's that time. Like, now is the time. You have to understand, like, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow isn't promised. Right now, what you can do right now is, hit the reset button. If you've been in for a minute and you need that new energy, it's all right here. It's all right here, right? Find, this is exciting, get excited about this. Find excitement in this. Go and, let my excitement rub off on you. Let Tyler's excitement rub off on you. Go and take that and just, let's go and do it, right? If you don't have a vision with this thing yet, share somebody else's vision. If you don't have a vision with this and where you can go right now, borrow somebody else's vision. See somebody like myself or like Tyler, somebody who's really, knows where they're going with this thing, and just buy into it and just come along, and eventually you'll have your own vision. You'll figure out what you really want to get out of this thing. But at the same time, just make a decision right now. And I'm gonna end with this: be here a year from now. Conversations like this only matter when you decide to stick around, because right now, it's whatever time it is, this late at night, you're fired up, however you're feeling. The only way that this matters is if you make a decision to be here a year from now, and you have another conversation like this a year from now, right? So just stick around. Look, be around the campfire, stay around conversations like this, because this is where energy is created. This is where energy is transferred. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is where, it's a cold world out there. These conversations, this is the source. So, when you feel like you're down, get your ass on the training call. When you feel like you're not really where you want to be at, plug in, get around these type of conversations so you can get charged up and so we can go and run it up. But appreciate y'all. Tyler, look, if you need anything, bro, call me. Let's get it, y'all.
And that's all that. Thank you, HB. God bless. Let's tear it up, guys. Peace.